Hello and welcome to TFC. I'm Naveen. Try and guess this sound. This sound is the deep thump that most motorcycle lovers in India will easily recognize. Yes, this sound is made by none other than Royal Enfield, which is the world's oldest motorcycle brand that has been in continuous production for 120 years. Some of you might wonder how Royal Enfield has survived for 120 years. To think about it, Royal Enfield is not the fastest motorcycle, nor it has the best mileage. Still, it is one of the most loved bikes not only in India but many parts of the world. I think the legacy of the brand, sturdy make, and the cruising driving experience are important factors that have created a cult-like fan following for the brand. Royal Enfield now enjoys such a high level of customer loyalty, which many brands can only dream of. Many people think Royal Enfield as a made-in-India motorcycle, but the journey of Royal Enfield began not in India but far away, in England. Royal Enfield's success story is filled with multiple failures, many times almost ending the brand itself. So do watch this video till the end, as you will recognize how even after all the failures, Royal Enfield has always re-emerged as if it was destined to survive. The journey of Enfield began with a failure. In 1891, here in the town of Redditch in England, a needle manufacturing company that also produced cycles went bankrupt. Two people, Albert Eady, a sales manager, and Robert Smith, an engineer, were selected by the bankers to run the business, and the company was renamed Eady Manufacturing Company. 2 years later, the new company was awarded a major contract from Royal Small Arms Factory, which was located in Enfield, Middlesex. In all the excitement of a major order, the new owners decided to rename their company as Enfield Manufacturing Company, and they also renamed their cycles as Royal Enfields. Yes, the first Royal Enfield was a cycle. Then in the year 1901, the company manufactured the first Royal Enfield motorcycle. But in 1907, again failure raised its head. Enfield faced a substantial loss and was sold to Birmingham Small Arms Company. Do you know, Royal Enfield is often referred as a military bike. It all started during the World War, when large number of Royal Enfield motorcycles were used in both the First as well as the Second World War. After the First World War, in 1925, a major fire broke out in Enfield's 18-acre Redditch factory, which also created a jolt on the company's financial condition. But then came the year 1932, the year when the legendary Bullet motorcycle was launched, and which has emerged as the longest lived motorcycle design in the history and is still in production. Royal Enfield's official arrival in India happened only after India's independence. In 1949, K.R. Sundaram Eicher launched Madras Motors Company to import Royal Enfield and other bikes. During that time, the newly formed Indian government was also looking for a suitable motorcycle for the Indian Army, and in early 1950s, Royal Enfield was chosen by the government. An initial order of 800 bikes was given. In those times, 800 bikes were a large order. Therefore, Royal Enfield and Madras Motors formed a joint venture called Enfield India, with Madras Motors owning the majority of shares. By the 1960s, Enfield Bullet was completely manufactured in India, but back in England, there was trouble lurking. With the onslaught of Japanese bikes in the British market, Enfield's British manufacturing faced major losses and was forced to shut down. Later in the 1990s, as competition increased in India, Enfield India was also on the verge of shutting down, but Enfield's journey was destined to move ahead. Luckily, in 1994, Eicher Motor Group acquired Enfield, as Eicher's founder Vikram Lal was also a fan of Bullet. But even after the takeover, Royal Enfield was still losing money. The real transformation of Royal Enfield was made by Vikram Lal's son Siddharth Lal. To change the fortunes of Enfield, cost-cutting strategies were implemented, dealer discounts were stopped, and all the efforts were focused on bringing the retro classic feel back to Enfield. Thus in 2009, the retro-styled Royal Enfield Classic 350 and 500 were launched. These two bikes immediately achieved cult status and sales of Royal Enfield grew rapidly. Back in 2005, the company was selling only 25,000 bikes every year. Now in 2021, Royal Enfield has sold over 570,000 units. 63% of the total volume has come from just one model, Classic 350. To enhance customer experience, the company also organizes riding events across India and also in multiple parts of the US. Over the last 5 decades, the Royal Enfield brand has become synonymous with India, as Enfields are mainly manufactured in India and sold in more than 50 countries. Royal Enfield's success story personifies a brand that survives all the failures and never gives up. If you liked watching this video, then press the like button and show your support for the video. And also do comment on what do you think about Royal Enfield. And thanks for watching The Filmy Cut.